Namaste. So, what I want to say is, or bring attention to, right, is, David Hawkins talks about this how on Earth, this plane of reality, right, um, the states of consciousnesses that even just humans range from are profoundly, it's a profoundly large spectrum, right? So, like in his words, paraphrasing, a human can come here with a Komodo dragon consciousness, which is basically like, I kill you for me. And it's like 50 on the consciousness scale, and it goes all the way up to 1,000, and it like it's like exponential or whatever. How whatever how like the seismographs are or whatever, and then like also how pH is, I like it's sort of like that. It might be totally like that. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, um, and then there's people that are like Jesus and Krishna, and they go up to 1,000. So, and there's saints that are like really high, and then there's people walk around 500, 600, 540, which is kind of like sainthood as well. But people in 400s, 300s, 200s, 100s, right? 50, whatever, right? Let's shoot for 1,000 though. Okay, so anyways, where am I going with this? Okay, so if you haven't seen David Hawkins talk about this, I like the way he breaks it down a lot. He talks about like, so this is like how Earth is here. Earth is like a teaching ground. Earth is is an opportunity to raise your consciousness straight up. Where if everyone here was at the 800 or 700 or even 550, 540, 530 range, that would be considered like a celestial realm or a heaven type realm, right? And that's just not what this is. This is a learning ground, right? If everyone was 100, if everyone was 50, that would be considered almost like a hell realm, right? So this is a teaching realm, right? This is weird. I wanted to say celestial realm, but this is like a teaching realm, right? So anyways, chances are if you're watching my videos, man, chances are you're definitely above like 350, or you're above the 300s. You're either in the 300s or higher. And then if you're someone that like, like what I say, like you really understand what I say, like yep, like you're definitely, you know, like 500s, like 480 or higher, 470 or higher. I don't know. I'm kind of pulling it out of my ass, but um, what am I gonna say? So I'm gonna say is a lot of our mainstream culture or dominant parts of our mainstream culture are definitely of a lower consciousness, definitely of a lower consciousness, right? So someone of a higher consciousness like me, like I don't, I despise mainstream media, like all this filthy, promiscuous sexual stuff going on, sexualizing each other, um, just awful stuff, violence happening, deaths happening, just all sorts of awful tragedies that if you put them on a consciousness scale, they're like 200s or less. And like when they're down there, that's like like non-truth basically. That's what it means. And the higher you go is the more truthful, and at the end is God. So, but anyway, so mainstream media is full of and the mainstream news and mainstream media is full of really unconscious stuff, the stuff that resonates really low on the consciousness map, and obviously just like doesn't resonate with conscious people, right? And so, but there's mainstream social norms and gender norms, right? So gender norms for a male, like this is where it gets interesting, right? I so this is funny, like so I can like a piece of media I can enjoy is like a slice of life anime that's emotional. Nothing's really going wrong. It's emotional, love based. People working out their emotional relationships, and they get worked out quickly, and there's a whole net of like love around this person. That's some media I can get down with and I love, dude. That's some media that I love. Like I look like funny watching it. Like what? Yeah. And then I'm not feeling my whole time with this, though, right? I'm not perfect though, anyways. The way I live my life, right? I definitely have progress to make or whatever, in a way. So, but So right, like so you can so the ego can be like triggered in all sorts of ways when hearing that. Like, oh, like you watch anime or something, like not really, dude, not really. But like, but that's if I am watching media, like that's the kind of media I'm gonna watch. And you might have never even seen media like this, right? That I'm talking about, because like you have to really kind of be start seeking it out. And you could be on the same consciousness level of me, but just be tolerating trash media, or just not really understanding that there's other media out there for you, right? But so like someone of like a lower consciousness, like their opinion of that would be like, oh, like weird anime nerd, or like homosexual almost, right? So you can understand how you can't like this is why also like the ego is kind of is what is dissipated or seen as the enemy, or is very much highlighted in the spiritual growth, because especially I know just like in this time period, right? Like if I let my ego get to me, right? Like I could be creating a whole image of myself while I'm watching this, or I could even, or if I really let it get me, I would make it prevent me from watching that, right? Or I make it, or I let it create a weird ass self image, like, I could let it make a weird ass self image of myself for watching it. When the reality, I'm watching it because it has a higher integrity. It has a higher integrity of truth, and so do I, right? And that's really it. And I don't and it's like, that's just like known. That's just known and felt. It's felt. It's felt, right? It's obviously felt. And it's not like I just sit there, I'm like, this has a high integrity. I have a high integrity. It's like, which would be like ego constructing image. It's just like, oh, like I love this, like this is so great, this is so nice. And then like if I'm being really analytical about it, like I am now, I guess, like obviously obviously I understand that stuff, right? Like I understand it has a higher integrity, right? But it's not like I'm creating self-image about it. But so just understand, if you have a higher consciousness, ditch the ego and understand you're blessed to have a higher consciousness. So don't tolerate shit media, and definitely don't tolerate, I'm sorry, shit friends. You don't tolerate it, man. This is what I swear. You once you stop tolerating this type of stuff, the sky's the limit for you. This is where you start to become saintly, like really saintly. When you stop tolerating trash music, trash media, and trash friends. Okay? I'm telling you, you gotta make that step. You have to make that step. Because this is a journey inside the self, right? You can't be, it's all fear based. Not doing that is fear based, right? You already understand there's light at the end of the tunnel, so go, stop the fear, stop the fear. Oh, I gotta hang on to my friend. Oh, I gotta hang on to rap music. Oh, I gotta hang on to this trash media, you know and you'll get to a point where it's just, I mean, like, it's repulsive, it's repulsive, but you gotta like stop lying to yourself to a certain extent to even understand that it's repulsive, right? And then understand, and then don't let, and then also understand that you can now enjoy nice media, very nice media, or enjoy things that social norms could say are homosexual or girly, stuff like that, right? Where really they're saintly, they're Jesus Christ like, right? They're higher consciousness like. They uplift you and they uplift the world. They open your heart chakra, you know. Like, it's all very real, guys. It's all very real. So don't be held back by the fake mental constructs, right? That's what holds us back. So yeah, enjoy the lovey-dovey stuff, guys. Enjoy the lovey-dovey stuff. Love you.